right, hey team, welcome to the call. It is Wednesday, it's obviously Wednesday, but it's August 17th, 2016. I don't know why I said the date, but we do have team calls from like 3 years ago, so we're going to go with it. I am super pumped for tonight's call. Katrina is hosting, which is super exciting. But first, there is announcements. I don't have who's on the Success Club board. I do apologize. The back office was down this morning and I haven't had a chance to really look at it yet. But I want to talk about a couple things. First things first is the September health bet. Guys, if you're not promoting, if you're not talking about the September health bet daily, if you don't have an event, if you're not talking about your challenges, you're really hurting your business and you're hurting the momentum that you can gain from the September health bet. You should be talking about this daily. You should be posting about it in your challenge groups. You just need to talk about the September health bet. This is a great opportunity to introduce fitness to people, especially those that are competitive and want something out of it. Like getting a check in the mail for committing to your health and fitness, sign me up. Like I am all about getting checks in the mail. I don't think any of us are against getting money from doing our health and fitness. But guys, really, you need to talk about this. The key to this is follow up, follow up, follow up. Start setting up the invites. If you have coaches underneath you, invite them to join you. I posted in my own PS page today, inviting every coach on the team to be a part of my group that did not have their own. So if you are a coach, which you are because you are listening to this call, you should be doing a September health bet no matter what. Discount, working the business, I don't care. You need to be doing one. So please, guys, talk about it. I really think that's my only announcement. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Nobody's reminding me of anything. I'm probably not forgetting something, so I don't think I am. That's all I got. So we're going to jump into the one thing that we do every week, which I have to unplug my headphones because for some reason you guys can't hear music. You can't hear music when I put my headphones on. So, all right, somebody, I'm going to pick who's on somebody on my call. Katrina, assuming you're leading the call, you pick 1, 2, or 3, and I'll tell you the titles for them. So number 1 is I'm a champion. Number 2 is never make it, or number 3 is believe.
Number 2.
Number 2, never make it. All right. If you guys are new to this, I play these every team call, and then we just kind of comment in the chats of what our takeaways, what we're getting from it, and all that fun stuff.
Been through hell, bottom of the barrel, complete shame. But mark my words, you will remember my name. You will never make it. You can't do it. You are too weak. You are a failure. You are nobody. I am powerful. I am disciplined. I am a machine. The lineup for those that want to be champion is long. The lineup for those willing to put in the work required to be champion is small. Be patient. Work harder than anyone else. And success will come faster and in a much larger scale than you ever imagined. Respect is not given, it is earned. There's nothing I cannot be, do, or have. I'm on my way to the top. Success, I can feel you. I can taste you. I'm getting closer. I will catch you. Disappointment and failure, out of my way. I've got an appointment with success. I am the captain of my fate. I am self-made. Determination, discipline, desire, they will never fail. Don't ever let anybody tell you there is something in this world that you can't do. Don't ever believe there is something you cannot be, do, or have. Don't you ever believe you have limitations. There is no such thing as limitation. It doesn't matter how bleak your current situation is. You can turn it all around. You can. Just decide. Decide that today you will plan for your future. And when life beats you down, as you know it will, you will decide to get up. You will decide that nothing will get in your way. You are headed for the top. Make a promise to yourself. No matter how long it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how steep the journey, I will reach my goal. I believe it. I believe it. Know that every minute you are sleeping, someone is working to take it all away from you. Know what you want. When you know your purpose, you will have reason to get up and deliver every single day. When you know your why and you are passionate about it, nothing can stop you. I will make it. I am strong.
Because in order to join the 1%, you've got to be doing things the other 99% ain't willing to do. The last cent, the last breath, the last mile. That's where we separate the greats. That's where the 1% rise to the top.
They might think it's in your best interest for you to have a safe life, an average life. I think we both know you are far from average. Know that every minute you are sleeping, someone is working to take it all away from you. Know what you want. When you know your purpose, you will have reason to get up and deliver every single day. When you know your why and you are passionate about it, nothing can stop you.
Push yourself to your limits, and soon you will find you are limitless.
All right, bear with me because now I have to put the headphones back in. This is really a pain in the butt. I can't wait to be in the new house so I don't have to deal with this. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I feel like going blind. And then I have to take my headphones. I don't know about you guys, but I love those. And something like kind of like, Katrina, I'll hand it over to you in just a second, but sometimes you know how you just get motivated by something you hear and you have to talk about it, which is how half of my live calls go. I really liked when he talked about the 1%. I don't know if you guys saw the announcement. Our team is currently ranked in the 0.04% of the company. We are above the 1%. We are in the 0.4%. Why? Because we work day in and day out. I don't know about you guys, but when somebody tells me I can't do something, I'm like, oh, no, watch me, because I will do it. I had somebody at the beginning of the year that told me, and I kid you not, she said, you were premier 2 years in a row. You won't be elite this year. You don't have what it takes. Oh, don't doubt my team. I'm coming for you. But it's so true. Like, if you want to be in the top 1%, you got to do it and show up every single day. It's easy to skip an invite every day. It's easy to skip our power hours. It's easy to skip the follow-ups. But if you want it, go for it, guys. Like, just go for it. All right, that's all I had. That little tidbit. I think I got more out of that than anybody else. Not very many of you were talking tonight. All right, guys. Katrina is doing the call tonight. And Katrina, I'm going to go ahead and unmute and I'll guide you on how to screen share. So, Katrina, you're going to want to hit screen share.
Share screen.
Yeah, that. And then you're going to want to just pick where your PowerPoint is.
Yep.
And if you guys have any questions for Katrina during the call, put them in the chat box. Katrina, I have a favor to ask. Remember when you messaged me and said you have so much more respect for these calls after the slides? Will you share that with everybody?
Yeah. Okay, first of all, should I just go to like slideshow right now?
Yep, just go ahead and, yep, there you go. You're perfect.
Good. Okay, good. Yeah, because you're like, oh yeah, I just make my slides on PicMonkey. And I'm like, cool, I'll do that too. But I'm really, really, really slow at PicMonkey. And I was just like, crap, this is taking a long time. So I told Ashley I have so much more appreciation for her slideshows that look like awesome and professional and funky and fun. So that was it. All right, so should I just head into it?
Yep, dive right in, hun.
All right, great. So I read the book, oh my gosh, and now I'm already blanking on it. The Grant Cardone book that we were all supposed to read. What is that book? Anyways, I can't even remember the name of it. It was like the book everyone was reading by Grant Cardone. So I read that book and then I looked up on Audible more books by him because I was like, I'll just stick with it. And he had a book called Sell or Be Sold. So I think I listened to it last month. And I thought I would share with you some of the information that I learned because I just thought it was really applicable to our business as coaches. And so that brings me to my topic tonight, which is called You Are in the People Business. And we all know this, and it's ingrained into Beachbody. We know we are in the people business, but for me, I also realized that I'm still selling. I'm also still in the selling business. And a lot of us hate that word, hate to think of ourselves as a salesperson. It sounds icky, but Grant Cardone opened this book by saying we are all salespeople. We are selling ourselves every day. You are selling your children on what vegetable they want to eat. You are selling your husband on which car you think you should buy. You are, and then you are selling yourself as just a coach and promoting yourself out there. So we are definitely in the selling business. No, we don't have to maybe use that terminology. So that's what caught my attention with this book, because I was like, okay, I want to actually learn some more tips and tools to bring to the table here. All right, I can't. There we go. Okay, so people buy products. So we as coaches, we need to have a great understanding of our products. Of course, we need to have a very good understanding of Shakeology and our fitness programs. But we can't ever forget that we are in a people business first and foremost, because people buy products. Understanding the product before understanding people is like putting the cart in front of the horse. So first and foremost, we actually have to understand people better. And I love this little quote: people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's so true. And the 80-20 rule applies here as it does in, any area of life. So in this business, in any selling business, it's 80% about the people and really only 20% about the product. And people also buy for reasons other than just the product benefits. So here's a quick example. I shop at Kroger. I shop at Kroger not just because of the benefits it gives me in terms of what food they provide and the prices, but for many other reasons. It's convenient. It takes me 5 minutes to drive to. They give great service. My daughter gets a free cookie every time she goes. They always bag my groceries. There's never a line. It's quick and fast. So there are many reasons I shop at Kroger. So there are many reasons why someone might buy a fitness program other than just, I want to lose weight. And you got to figure that out. You got to help guide them. That's your job. And I always consider that I'm helping them make the best decision. Okay? I achieve the most when I'm most interested in them. And I struggled this for a while because I had little doubts in my head about whether it was coaching or Shakeology. And so I noticed that there was this uncomfortableness in my conversation with someone when I was like having these little doubts, because I maybe wasn't sure that they were making the best decision. So you got to kind of figure that out too. And just a reminder, a surefire way to miss a sale is to launch into product information. Okay, don't do that. And I've done that too. I've failed many times, where I just launch into the 21 Day Fix and the containers and what it has and the price. And so you need to first understand what your client is trying to accomplish before you go into product information. So that's rule number one, I guess. The second point of being in a people business is taking interest in the client, the person, whichever word you like better. So taking interest in the client instead of focusing on selling to them is so important in this people business. People care. They care about themselves first. They care about their time. They care about their money. They care about making the best decision, not just for themselves, but for their family. So you really have to show them that you care about them and you care about helping them make the right decision. And one way of doing that is by taking interest in them. And Beachbody, has put out there this wonderful thing called FORM, and you've probably heard it before. I latched onto this right away when I started my business because I was freaking scared of cold inviting. I was like, I can't do that. So this was a great tool for me to use when I just wanted to get to know someone and take interest in them. And I know these questions are a little small. So if you can't think of any, these are just a couple examples. So for their family, asking how old their children are and where are you originally from. Occupation. How are things going at work? What's your day-to-day like at work? That's probably my favorite one because I want to know, like, when someone says, oh, I'm a mechanical engineer, let's say. Okay, well, I have no idea really what that job entails. And I like to know, what do you do on a day-to-day basis? Are you sitting at a desk? What are your hours like? Do you work nights? Do you work with a few people, a lot of people, that sort of thing? And then that could even lead you into what their need may be. You know, do they need something that can fulfill something that work is getting stressful? Recreation, you know, what do you like to do for fun? Motivation. So this could come maybe near the end of a conversation later on. You know, have you ever considered doing what I do? Or where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's an open-ended question that is not just a yes or no answer, but it encourages more conversation. So that's what we're hoping to do also in our conversations, is continue more conversation instead of just yes, no, maybe. Tell me if I'm going too fast. Is this okay? Yeah, okay. Let me see if I missed anything. Yeah, and anytime you put your sales process above the person, that's also a surefire way to miss a sale. So if you are so like rigid about your cold inviting or your invite process, or just copy and pasting, you know, conversations or inviting messages, that could sometimes trip you up because you may kind of forget about the person you're talking to. It's especially hard to do when you're doing Messenger all the time. And I found this for myself because I don't see the person. I'm not talking to them face to face. I don't hear their voice. So sometimes I feel myself slipping into a little bit of just, okay, I got to get it done. I'm about the MUN numbers. I'm focusing on Success Club instead of, you know, really focusing on the person. All right. Point number 3, communication. I've always felt that I needed better communication skills, and that was before I became a Beachbody coach. Especially just, you know, communication with husband and wife. Isn't that like the number one thing that usually couples say they need to work on, is communication? So we also need to work on communication in our business. So, and I'm probably going to be repeating this over and over again, but communication requires finding out what's important to people so you can deliver what they want. And that comes about through asking questions. So ask lots of questions. And these are a few examples. What do you want the 21-day fix to do that your current routine isn't doing? What would your current nutrition and fitness routine need to make it a 10? You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, what does it need? Does it need more time? Do you need ideas for meal prep? Does it need, well, I haven't found the right program that I actually like, or I'm not getting results from running? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate what you are doing right now? I've used that a few times. It hasn't really led to like some aha, like huge moments, but I have used that question a few times. And just remember, communication with the intent of helping is key. We are in the helping business. We're helping people. People are always senior to products. Products can be replaced, but not people. And just be genuine, just try to be genuine and sincere. Yeah. All right. Agree. This is what Grant Cardone called a single most important rule of selling, is the magic of agreement. And this is pretty brilliant because immediately I was like, oh, I'm going to try this on my husband. And Grant Cardone gave his readers a challenge. And the challenge was to go about one day agreeing with every single person you came into contact with. Agree. Just try to agree. And if you fail, start over again. So agreement, he said, it's critical to survival, and it's a fact of the universe. I think we were all born to move towards agreement. And think about your friends. Your friends are people who you have agreement with. You have similar shared likes. You share the same values, that sort of thing. And that's why your warm market is a good place to start in a business, because you're already in agreement with things with your warm market. People that you're close to, that you already know, there's already kind of this mutual shared agreement on certain things in life. And I thought of this one story. So I was a server for many years. I worked at a few different restaurants as a waitress. And this one restaurant in Columbus, on this night, I was serving a family, I think of around 8, a family of 8. And we brought the food to the table, and I think I asked them for the couple people that had steaks to cut into their steak. Sometimes we do that to see if it's the right temperature. And this girl cut into her steak and was not happy. So I took the steak back to the kitchen, showed it to the chefs. They were really pissed off. They cut into the middle, and they're like, see, it's clearly a mid-rare. I don't know what this girl was thinking, kind of getting all angry at me. So I took that anger and frustration back out to the table and basically called her out and told her that she was wrong and that she didn't cut the steak in the right place. And I disagreed with her. I disagreed with my customer. Of course, then I said, you know, we'll make it right. We'll get you a new steak. But that set the most awkward tone for the rest of the night. And they complained to my managers, and I don't even know if they came back again because of me. So, I mean, if you've been in the restaurant service industry, you know, I'm sure your managers will tell you, always agree with the customer. And it's so true. Even if they're not right. So Grant Cardone said, you know, a few different phrases you need to drill into your head are, I agree, I understand, you're right, I'm with you, I'll make it happen, let me see what I can do for you. Just repeat those over in your head. So here's a little example. A client says, it's too much money. Okay, they say, Shakeology, it's too much money. What do you say? What's your first response? Katie, I agree, it's a lot of money. Everyone who invests in this product agrees that Shakeology is a big investment when they buy it. I was like, oh, that's so good. I agree, it's a lot of money. Everyone who invests in this product agrees that this product is a lot of money when they buy it. However, they see immediate results in their health after they drink it. So you agree with them, okay, you tell them they're right, and then you can lead into, you know, kind of going about your side of the story or dealing with those objections, okay? So that's a smart way of dealing with that. All right. The next point, establishing trust. Oops, sorry, how do I go back? There we go. So we want to establish trust with our people, our clients. And one way of doing that is don't tell, show. With TV, with newspapers, with YouTube, people are really skeptical these days. I mean, when have they not been skeptical? Skeptical is my question. But maybe people are like ultra skeptical nowadays with what's out there and all this information that they're being bombarded with. So a helpful tip is to actually show them the proof, show them examples, show them information instead of just talking about it. That will establish some trust between you and the client. People believe what they see, not just what they hear. So showing them a photo of a before and after photo from a challenger is a great idea. You know, Shakeology includes all those statistics that say this is proven that people see the results. They feel healthier. Their digestion improves. So sometimes I do just lead people to the Shakeology website instead of me rattling off things and ingredients. I just say, check out the Shakeology.com website. There's tons of information and videos there that you can watch. Okay? That's a good idea too. What else? Yeah, and people love to see that you're prepared. that you can support it with factual data, and that you're passionate about what you're doing. And that's why I loved this little symbol on the side of the slide that says, trust is built with sincerity, reliability, and competence. Those three things work together to form trust. And I'll get to this later, but people trust you if they like you. So be likable. Give, give, give. Selling is the act of giving, not the act of getting. So we are giving to people something, a service. We're not just selling. So again, instead of thinking about Success Club points, commission, think about what you are giving them. And Ashley says this all the time. We're giving them independence. We're giving them freedom with this business. We're giving them time. We're giving them just a healthier lifestyle. So all those positive things. And then also, instead of thinking about, well, I can't give stuff away for free. Like I can't give them a better price, but you can give more attention. You can give them the most energy. You can give them the highest level of service, and you can give them the best attitude. Those are things you can give away. And sometimes I struggle with those things, a few of those things, especially as a mom who's trying to like attend to her daughter and not be glued to my phone all the time. Like I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to bears, but sometimes I can't be on my phone glued to it, having conversations back and forth in order to get that sale done. But that's okay. You got to find out what works for you. All right, so that was it for the first part, and I know it's 9:28, so I'll just jump right in. So those are my slides about being in this people business and just a few great pointers. I also wanted to throw in this second part. So does anyone listen to the Chalene Show podcast? Yeah. No. Well, that's good, because I'm not sure. I was like, hopefully people haven't already listened to this. The Chalene Show podcast, I don't know if you can see it up there. I think the third one from the top is called 5 Tips to Build Your Online Business. So I listened to this just a few days ago and was like blown away. It was awesome. So I really wanted to share with you and teach you some of these things. So Chalene Johnson interviewed Bob Heilig. Again, you can look this up. And he's, I guess, some huge, big entrepreneur, basically went from nothing, blue collar background, to just saying, I want to be an entrepreneur. And then in less than 6 months went from like failing to being a 6-figure successful business person. So he knows the stuff. And he has a podcast. It's called Your Virtual Upline. Is his podcast. So I'm going to look it up. Your Virtual Upline by Bob Heilig. So these were his 5 tips to building your online business. And this was by no means directed towards Beachbody coaches, but I just thought how canny it was that everything he was saying was so in line with our business, because we are a network marketing company. So the first one he pointed out is that network marketing is about timing. It's finding the right time and the right people. So he said that everyone kind of has this sweet spot, this 12 o'clock, where it's the right time in their life to jump on board, to jump on this opportunity. It may not be now, but it may be later. Okay. So again, we've heard this again and again. A no means maybe not now. It could be that they're finally at the point where they're so dissatisfied with something in their life that they're like, okay, I need to do something about this. And you need to be there when that happens. So you need to stick around. And then the right person. So you might be focusing on the wrong type of people. I don't know if there's exactly a right type and a wrong type, but he said that maybe initially we think, okay, we're going to go after those people that we know who are like broke, living on their mom's couch. They need this opportunity more than ever. And you ask them about it and they say no. they're the ones who complain about everything in life, make up excuses, are miserable all the time, bad attitude, just really not good quality people. But we think, oh my gosh, they need this in their life. They're going to feel so much better, so much healthier. They're going to make money. But they say no over and over again. He said that you can start talking to better quality people who you may think, there's no way they have time for this. They have a full-time job. They have a nice house. They have a good family. Why would they want this in their life? Those are actually the people you should talk to, because those are the people that might actually consider what you're talking about. And they may even not have a lot of time, but they're willing to put in the effort, and they're willing to listen to you. And they know that this business probably isn't too good to be true, but it could maybe satisfy something in their life. So that was really interesting. This next point, out-teach the competition. So he said, one good point is to invest in something, learn it, and then teach it. And I love this. He did a big shout out to us. He said, network marketers know more about being in the business. They know more about being in the right mindset. They know more about selling and attitude than 99% of the rest of the world. So we definitely have something to share with people. So just a quick example of this would be, hey, so let's say I'm posting a video on my Facebook. Hey, I listened to this awesome Chalene Johnson podcast, and I just have to share with you this amazing takeaway. And then you share it. So you're investing your time in listening to this podcast, you're learning the information, and then you're teaching someone. And that provides valuable content. They don't really care that it's not coming from you, that it's not original, that I'm borrowing it from Chalene Johnson, because if they learn something, then that's valuable in their life. So another good point. Create content consistently. Again, we know that we should be creating content all the time. And I'm going to talk about social media really quick. So both Chalene Johnson and Bob, we're in agreement that a lot of us network marketers, a lot of us Beachbody coaches are using social media the wrong way. The wrong way, meaning we are just this infomercial. We are telling people all the time about our amazing products, our amazing business, this wonderful opportunity, and it just kind of looks like an infomercial. He said, think of your Facebook as a TV channel. So when they scroll down your TV channel, what are they seeing every day? So you need to start to learn how to promote yourself, because people don't join businesses, they join people. So you need to promote yourself and talk a little less about your business, your products. And yeah, I would like to find better ways to create curiosity. I think that's interesting. And then maybe it's posing like, have you heard? Or just giving, I know a lot of people on Instagram will be like, go to this page, or look at this, look at my Facebook to see the rest of this video, or just creating curiosity so that people really do want to reach out to you, message you. The fourth point was use video. And I know Ashley just posted about this from her corporate team call. She said one of the points was use video. So obviously this guy's up to speed about what's happening in 2016 or what's happening right now. And people get to know you through a video, and people don't get to know you just through your workout videos. So I need to work on this a little bit. Because typically, at least up until just a few weeks ago, I think most of my videos were just me, working out, doing a chisel workout, doing a 21-day fix workout. And Chalene Johnson kind of went off. She was like, I see these coaches all the time doing my PIO thing. And I don't know who this person is. I don't get to know who they are, their strengths, their vulnerability, their interests, their passions. This video shows me nothing about that person. It's like, oh, okay. Won't do that. So, and then he kind of got real, and he was like, you got to ask yourself, why would someone join you? you need to learn to demonstrate your value in this world. So, yeah, he kind of got real and he said, if you're having trouble recruiting, that may mean that people don't think you have any value or skills to offer them. I was like, oh, really? Yeah. So if people aren't really jumping on board with you, I mean, that could be obviously you're not reaching out enough. You're not asking people, you're not inviting people, but then it could also be because they're not seeing what they could get from you. And that's hard for me because I feel like that's when I start going into, deep waters, like, what do I have to give? What is my value? But obviously, we all do have amazing skills and value that we can give. And the last point was building a personal brand. And I don't think we've talked about this. Oops, what did I just do? I don't think we've talked about this, recently, about branding yourself. Sorry, what's happening? There we go. So we have a brand, whether we realize it or not. And he said it's oftentimes what people say about you when you're not around. That could be part of your personal brand. So I don't know, maybe ask your friends, what are you saying about me when I'm not here? And then being vulnerable, we've heard that tons of times, and that's probably, I think, more of a more recent topic in our page, or just even in my team. Talking about just being vulnerable and being you and sharing what's going on in your life. And, if you are going through some struggles, some crosses in life, and you're not really prepared to share it, or you're not to the point where you're like, I can share a teachable moment, then maybe it's not the right time, and that's okay. Because you should be able to kind of look at that experience and find those little teachable moments that you could share with someone. And if not, then maybe you're not ready. And then he said, do a mix of everything. Okay. So you don't have to just pinhole yourself into one thing. Like, okay, I'm the cat lady and all I can post about is my cat and that's my brand, but that just seems so boring and whatever. He said, post about everything. So for me, I could post about my family, my daughter, my Beachbody business, I don't know, my art classes, what I'm eating, what I'm cooking, what I'm cleaning, just post about everything. And then you can kind of look at what is attracting the most attention. So he said, what's gathering the most likes, the shares, then you can kind of see where you kind of go with building a brand. And I think that's what I got. Yeah. So, and then at the very end, he was saying, there's this thing called the magnet effect. And basically be prepared that you may attract some people and you may repel some people, and that's okay. You can't attract everyone out there, and those probably aren't the people that you want anyways. The haters, the people who are getting their feathers all ruffled. So just focus on the people that you're inspiring. Focus on those people. Focus on the people that you're changing lives. Your story can really make a difference in someone's life. So just focus on that and just be present and don't give up. That's basically the ending. Don't give up. All right. So I can hand this back over to Ashley or open it up for questions.
That was awesome. First off, I had a lot of messages, a lot of messages. I can't talk today. I just can't. People saying that you did a phenomenal job, Katrina. So thank you. I just want to touch base on 3 points, and I'm going to open it up for people to ask questions. So the first thing I want to talk about is Katrina touched base on it. And Katrina, if you do share screen, you can do end share screen, and then that way it's all open to like everybody again. Katrina touched base on this. But it's more than just sharing our workouts daily. Until live video became a part, let me see if I can.
I'm trying to find it here.
Let's see if this works. Nope.
Wait, it just went away. Where did it go?
There should be like a red thing at the top that says stop share screen. We are so technical over here, guys. Like, we're legit on our team calls.
Stop share. There we go.
There we go. But until live video came around, it was just us doing our workouts on pick, play, posts. Like, we've all done it. Pick, play, post, we squeeze our workouts, that's it. Every day when I get on with my live video, whether one person shows up or 50 people show up, it ranges. Like, legit, I had 0 people show up yesterday. I'm like, this is cool, awesome. But I always do something motivational at the end. I always tell them why they need to be working out. And I share my struggles. Guys, if you've seen my live videos, like, I'm huffing and puffing. Melissa's like my biggest fan of my live videos. I am huffing and puffing. I am dying. I am cursing Shanti out. And I'm just showing them who I am. I'm not just showing them this perfect take of me doing a burpee. Guys, we've been there where we do 30 takes of us doing a burpee and we try to find the perfect one. And that's the one we post on Facebook. Like, let's not deny it. We've all done it. But I'm real and I'm legit. So that is the power of live video and sharing your workouts and sharing who you are. And I want to talk about being vulnerable again. I went on live video and I talked about our struggles with infertility. I had 5,000 people watch that video, 23 people share it, and over 100 comments. That's about as vulnerable as it gets. And that's something a lot of people don't want to talk about. So we're not just health and fitness. There's so many more aspects to every part of us. And I've tried something new this month where I don't talk about Beachbody as much, except for the September health bet. It's the only thing I've talked about. But like, if you look at coaches like Tara Carr, you wouldn't know she's a Beachbody coach by the videos that she does. She doesn't talk about Challenge Pack. She doesn't talk about Shakeology. She doesn't even say the word Shakeology. And that's something that I've tried doing this month because I'm not branding Beachbody. I'm branding myself. So really the power of live videos, and I know you guys hated my challenge. I think like 2 of you finished it, which I'm very proud of those 2 that went strong. Stephanie, you're one of them. But you really got to get outside your comfort zone. And you just need to start doing them and share who you are. And then the last thing I wanted to touch base on them and open up to questions is focus on those that are coming to you. So I did a Facebook training, which I think a couple of you have signed up for as well. And a lot of people were like, oh, well, I'm going to reach out to every single person that likes my page. And I was like, that is a waste of time. I reach out to those that show up daily. I have people that are legit on my live videos every single day cheering me on when I'm working out, commenting on my pictures, liking my pictures. Those are where I focus on. Focus on those that are attracted to you. And it's the same thing in the business. Focus on the coaches that are showing up, the ones that are in the challenges. Don't focus on the ones that are canceling, guys. Focus on those that are here in the now. So I just wanted to touch base on those because I thought those were perfect points. We'll go with it. Does anybody have any questions for Katrina? Anything they wanted to add in? Anything they took away? Anything at all? Katrina is usually my question person, so this is really bad timing because she's always the one that has a question.
I just wanted to say something.
Yeah, go for it.
Was thinking about like how Katrina was saying like her brand or whatever and like things that she could share, and I just thought because she is like living on a farm, maybe she could use that as well, because I actually know so many people who are like farm people, and like one of my coaches, she's like a horse person, and that's how she connected with a lot of people. So just throwing that out there.
Thanks. Yeah, I know. I love sharing about my chickens.
Yeah, my mom has chickens. I'm not a huge fan, but I was thinking, wow, other people could relate to that.
Maybe that's a good topic for a team call on branding yourself.
Well, and I just had to say, I know, Ashley, we've talked about this a little bit, how I've been focusing a lot more on conversations. And I think that's something that Katrina hit on, is that the minute you start selling, especially right out the gate, they shut down. Because especially even if they come to you and say, I want to know what you're doing, they'll have their wall up already because they're ready for the pitch. They come to you and they say, okay, tell me about this thing, because they're ready with a whole bag of excuses on their shoulder to pull out and ready for you. And so whether it be sticker shock or that's too much time or that's the investment and whatever, they have their excuses and they come to you ready. So what I've been doing is I deflect and I don't tell them right away. I don't answer their question. So I'll say, I'll do what you said, kind of agree with them and say, they'll come to me and say, man, I'm having a really hard time. What are you doing? It seems to be working for you. And I'll be like, yeah, I get that. I was having a hard time too. What is it that you're doing? So I turn it back on them and start getting them talking. And that way I'm not coming to them with a pitch. So by the time they do finally get to what I'm actually doing, they're seeing the value in it because we've talked about why what they're doing isn't working. So agreeing with them and turning it around and having an actual conversation is like super important.
100% agree. And it's all about the conversations. Like Esther said, like we have to be starting conversations daily. We all have our own way of doing it. If it works for you, go for it. Like what I do is not going to work for you. What Esther does isn't going to work for you. We all have to find our own techniques and our own way of doing it. Stephanie, do you have something to say?
Yeah, I was going to build off what she was saying, but also Katrina, thanks for the call. You did a great job. I messaged Ashley and told her that. You're like a natural speaker. But,
Oh, thanks.
It
did take a lot of prep.
It was good. To build off what you were saying about forming relationships and like having conversations, I think it's super important that we try to be patient. And for us that were at Summit, we had a guest speaker, Gary Vaynerchuk, that spoke about that. There were like 25,000 of us in this auditorium. And I think he said like 99% of us would fail at what we were doing because we were lazy and we were impatient. And I know like, especially in the beginning when you start, you get that ding and someone messages you and they're like, what are you doing? Like, I'm interested. It's like, oh, a 21-day fix and Shakeology and da, 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 da. And you're like vomiting because you're so excited to like get them started and have your first challenger and lock in Success Club. And then it's like 3 minutes, wham, bam, the conversation's over. They're signed up. But it's like, are you really going to have a long-term relationship with them? Or are they going to be that customer that flakes after 30 days? So, and I'm 2.5 years in and I still have to remind myself to like calm down, be patient, ask all those questions and get to know them. So I think that's the biggest thing is we have to be patient in our conversations. We have to be patient in the speed that our business grows. I still remind Ashley that when she's like, I'm going to be 5-star. And I'm like, hey, you have to be patient. I know she probably wants to throat punch me when I tell her that, but it's the truth. Like I'm not a patient person. So I just wanted to build off of that whole like relationship conversation thing.
No, that's a great point. Sorry, guys, I got sidetracked by the dog in the background. He likes to do that. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? Any other questions? Anything about the business? Anything like that? Nope. All right. Well, I thank you, Katrina, so much for hosting tonight's call. I always get so excited when people want to host the call. I don't have to beg people to host them or ask them. Katrina came and she's like, I want to host a call. I was like, hell yes. Sign you up. Let's do this. Next week, Chrissy is hosting the call for us. It is on social media, I believe it was on social media. A couple things, guys. We still have half this month left. You still have half this month left to change 3 lives, okay? Like, there's no reason anybody should be throwing in the towel. If you're on a team cup and your team cup has lost momentum and you are not a captain, you are more than capable of bringing the momentum back. It's not just on the captain of your team to lead the team. It is a team group effort. Step in, reach out, find out what's going on. I know our team cup, Team Slay, woo woo. Like we chat every single day, and it's not just me initiating the conversations, it's all of us initiating the conversations. There is still time to push this month. I had somebody, a coach, tell me, well, I'm not going to hit it, so I'm done trying. Y'all, you know my face. Like, unless it is the 30th, and is it 30 days this month? 31. Unless it's the 31st and it's 11:57 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, don't come to me saying you're giving up. I'll just send you right back the other day with a really pretty gift behind you on Facebook Messenger. There's lots of time left this month, guys. Lots of time. Talk about the health bet. All right? That should be your number one priority this month because it's going to open up so many doors to help people. So with that being said, you guys have an amazing Wednesday evening. If you've not gotten your power hour in, I want you to do it after this team call. It's not too late. All right, guys, I will see you guys next week.
Bye.